back. That's right, we are back to Football 101. I am your host, The Beetle. That's right, I'm your host, The Beetle. I keep bringing it each and every show, and this is show number 26. That's right, show number 26, and we're going through the AFC South, and I'm featuring the Indianapolis Colts. And this is going to be short and sweet, y'all. This is going to be short and sweet. The Indy Colts. We give a breakdown of the preseason training camp and games 1 and 2. Games 1 and 2, of which they lost both of them. Oh man, yes, this is a Beetle. I'm breaking it down, going straight to the jugular. For the Indianapolis Colts, because I can do this, because guess what? Yes, the Beetle used to live in Indianapolis, Indiana. We used to live in Indy for 8 years, on and off for 8 years, beginning in 1990 to 1998. And yes, we actually lived close to the Colts headquarters on the the west side of Indy, next to Eagle. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting all crazy. Eagle Creek area. Yes, I know Indy, and I do know. Excuse me. The ownership, James Irsay. Ownership, still the owner since when we were there to now. Oh man. The ownership, he's always making deals, and he made a commitment to the quarterback, Anthony Richardson. I'm going to get to him in just a second, but they have second-year head coach Shane Steichen from Philly. This is his second year being a head coach. What I've seen of Shane, I'm just going to call him Shane. I'm going to call him Shane because he's still a rookie to me. And he's making bonehead plays already. I'm calling it out. Come on, Indy. Come on, Shane. You're trading away talent. Talent is leaving Indy. And you're investing everything into Anthony Richardson, his second year. Now, let me just say, I said I'm going to keep this short. Let me give a shout out to Lindy Sports. This is my magazine. I'm showing the magazine. And give a shout out to all the local report. Now, let me just, I got to say this. When doing the research for the Indianapolis Colts, what I see is nothing but a hype machine. Yeah, the Beetle can tell a hype machine. And it's nothing but hype. I'm surprised they even have NFL Network analysts hyping up the Colts and Richardson even when he hasn't even started a game. Yeah, he's super talented. He has all the metrics. He can throw the ball how many yards? 80 yards. And he looks phenomenal in that when he debuted a year ago in the training deal. But Anthony Richardson, 6'4", 244, very nice gentleman. I like him personally. His mom is always involved in activities. She's an entertainer as well. I've seen moms. He's very close to his family, rightly so. His younger brother, very nice guy. You got to feel for Anthony Richardson. He really wants to do well. I mean, he's down to earth. He had an injury last year, and last year they had Gardner Minshew. Gardner. You know Gardner Minshew. He's in Las Vegas Raiders now, but Gardner Minshew took the lead because of the injury to Richardson. And now it's all on Anthony Richardson's shoulders, and that's a lot to deal with for he's still a rookie and trying to digest the NFL play calling, the playbook, the checkoffs, and everything. And let me just say this, I think it's going to take him another year or two to really understand the dynamics of NFL playing. He has raw talent, but just because you have raw talent in college, it doesn't necessarily transfer to the NFL game. Why? Because you have to be disciplined. You have to fit within a scheme. And he still is learning that. You can see that during preseason, particularly the first 2 games. He's going to get there, but this is going to be a project. The Colts will have to stay committed to it. They have to stay committed to it. Oh, man. And that's all because because I live there. We live there. And we've been to games. I've been to Indianapolis Colts games, by the way. In that, what's the dome? The Colts dome. We know it. Yeah, the fans are polite. I'm just going to say the Indy fans are polite. But they get restless by the end of the season. But they're going to be polite. That's just the way it rolls. And let me just shout out not just to Anthony Richardson on the team, but I really still like Jonathan Taylor, running back. He had to hold out for his money, and he's still recovering. I don't know if he's still that superstar form that he was a couple of years ago, because he, again, he's got a little edge to him coming from Wisconsin, being with the defense is let me just say, DeVorest Buckner, I don't know how well he's going to do this year. The defensive linebackers, they traded away their superstar linebackers. The DBs, I don't see. They have Kenny Moore, they have Juju Brents, they have Julian Blackman, and they have Rodney Thomas. I'm not impressed. I'm sorry, I'm not impressed with the secondary. And they have returning wide receiver Michael Pittman. Again, their defense is scrappy, but they have a long way to go. They need points. I'm not saying that they're trash, but they are barely average. Let me just say that, barely average. And everyone kind of knows that because they traded away talent. So this is what happens. You live through this with the second-year QB Anthony Richardson, who is really a rookie, and then second-year head coach Shane. That's all I'm gonna say. Second-year head coach Shane. So let me just get to their season. And give you my prediction for the end. And again, let me just say this. I love all the fans in Indy. I love that area. I'm originally from Ohio, of course, you know that. So, but living in Indy, you feel the culture there. You feel the history. You feel the pain. Yeah, even Peyton Manning did his deal in Indy, but he had to leave to get his Super Bowls in Denver. And so they always talk about Peyton, rightly so. And by the way, I give a shout out to Peyton Manning and Eli Manning on their broadcast on Monday Night Football. It's still funny. Peyton and Eli, they bringing in Coach Belichick. I just checked it out this past week. They're funny. Okay, give a shout out to Peyton. Peyton, he's gonna make money in retirement, as well as Eli. Eli is like a superstar now. So let me go over this season real fast. Oh, Lordy. Lost. Okay, September. Starting out with Houston, Texas lost. Green Bay lost. They're hosting Chicago next week. I'm going to predict. Oh my gosh, yes. Because I just saw Chicago. They're struggling. I'm going to give the Indy a win. And their home win. Then they host Pittsburgh, loss. Then they go to Jacksonville, loss. Oh yeah, that's an that's AFC battle. That's a loss. Then they go to Tennessee, loss. Then they host Miami. Miami Dolphins. That's a loss. Then they go to Houston. Oh, that's definitely a loss. My boy CJ Stroud in the gang in Houston. And then they go to Minnesota. Minnesota has been kicking tail already. 2 wins. I didn't even predict that, y'all. But that's a loss. They go to Minnesota. That's a loss. Then they host Buffalo. That's a loss. Then they go New York Jets. That's a loss. I even give it up to Aaron Rodgers, puppet master. He's still gonna have enough in the tank to beat Indy. Then November 24th. Oh my gosh. Indy hosts the Detroit Lions. That's a loss. My boys in Detroit, they're going to kick tail. They're going to go down. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to give you the route. They're going to go down I-75. I-75 from Detroit. And hit I-70 to go to Indy. And we're going to kick their tail. I know the route. So Detroit, gonna kick your tail. So then, I'm sorry guys. Then Indy goes to New England. Oh man, the Patriots gonna kick their tail in New England. Then they have a bye. Then they go to Denver. By that time, the Broncos will get their act together. That's a loss. And then Indy will host Tennessee. That's a win. Then they go to New York Giants. That's a loss. And then they finish up with Jacksonville. That's, let me just say, I think the Jacksonville will be that's another loss. So, again, hold on, y'all. I have the Indy Colts with a 2-15 season. Winning 2 games and losing 15. 2-15. It's going to be a disaster. The fans at Indy will be wearing bags. One of the things about fans at Indy, when they give up, they put on the bags. I've seen it too many times. They put on the bags to show up at the game. And I guarantee you, here's a guarantee already. The last game in Indy hosting Jacksonville, some fans will be wearing paper bags. Mark it. I know that area, and it gets that bad. They'll show up at the game, but they'll show their resentment by wearing paper bags. Mark it, put it down. Indy Colts 2-15. I feel for y'all. This is the Beetle. I just got to tell it like it is, y'all.